Welcome back to the Morning Edition. For many years, members of the Bahamas National Trust have been campaigning for ways to protect, preserve, and save our environment. And just recently, the executive director of the BNT gave kudos to the Ministry of the Environment for strengthening legislation on plastic pollution and other important bills impacting the environment.
I wish we had done it 10, 15 years ago, but it's better now than never.
The sentiments of a happy Eric Carey, executive director of the Bahamas National Trust, and behind it, the fact that the Bahamas has joined many others around the world in banning plastic to save the environment. Carey says Bahamians who oppose the plastic and styrofoam ban simply don't understand how these materials have impacted our natural habitat and resources.
You see it in mangroves. If you go in the ocean, you see it on coral reefs. People were seeing it showing up in fish, and what you can't see are the microplastics, but people have done studies and shown that, we were having that impact. So it was having a significant impact. It is having a significant impact on our natural environment, and we need to do all we can, our little part to clean it up. Plastics are one of the worst types of materials that we've adopted as human beings in the past 50, 60 years, I guess. It is the most prolific pollutant that you find in the landscapes and landfills, in the ocean, etc. And it doesn't break down, so it stays there. So the only thing we can do is obviously try to clean up some of what's there, but more importantly, let's try and reduce the amount that we're putting into the environment.
And that's not the only thing piquing Carey's interest. He says he's enjoying the heated discussions over the 25-cent fee to purchase plastic bags in grocery stores and restaurants around town.
I happen to support the minister's position. I think it was put there as a disincentive. It's put there so that you don't want to pay 25 cents. It's sort of a penalty. It's not a tax. It's not a fee. It should remind you, wow, I'm not going to pay 25 cents again. I'm going to take my bag, because, you can find reusable bags for $1, $1.25. In fact, people have been giving away these reusable bags for years. Every Fun Run Walk, the Rotary's been doing it, Brief, the BNT, the Nature Conservancy, all the environmental groups have been doing it. Fresh Market and have had them in their stores forever.
Carey's optimistic that in time, Bahamians will do their part to preserve the country for future generations.
Our country is probably the fourth most vulnerable country on the planet to the impacts of climate change, and we're going to have loss of our income. You saw the Moody's report. Climate change could result in the loss of 15% of our GDP. More powerful and regular storms are going to come. So whether or not you are there's still people that don't believe in climate change. I don't know how and why. And there are others who go the extreme. But if you're just an average person, I'm sure you will understand and agree that the climate is changing and there are going to be impacts. I'm using the controversy to still get the word out, the message out that plastics are bad. Whether you pay 25 cents or not, we have to get rid of plastic, and we have to start using alternatives, compostable alternatives, because this is the only planet that we have, and we have to do, even though we're a relatively small country, we have to do our part to try and protect our little space of the planet, our little part of the planet.